Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it is Podcast Tuesday once again. And what this is a podcast that you guys have decided, and basically it is the top 10 worst snakes. So I made a community poll. Whether if you guys wanted me to do top 10 best snakes or top 10 worst snakes, and well, the votes have decided top 10 worst snakes. It is so. Yeah, since Naga are no longer Naga they are now snakes. There are lots more snakes now in Magic the Gathering. Last podcast I did a podcast on the top 10 best Viashino. And since my very first podcast was top 20 best snakes, I mean honestly, why am I gonna do top 10 best snakes? I kind of wanted to do top 10 worst snakes, but I was like, you know what? Let's just let the viewers decide because, well, it was my affiliate anniversary on Twitch. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys have chosen top 10 worst snakes. Now, let's go into our combo first of all. And it is we got two karmic guides and an altar of dementia. So how this works, you one karmic guide in the graveyard, then you play the karmic guide, bring back karmic guide from your graveyard. But in response, sacrifice the karmic guide to alter dimension to make someone melt. Karmic guide comes back. Karmic guide, bring back karmic guide from your graveyard. So there's not commander combo. If you want, there's a there's a combo in commander which instead of using the second karmic guide, you use the shattered. No, I don't remember which of it was. It was like this one where everything's a karmic guide. But well, anyways, yeah. With this, you could just basically do an infinite combo. So, yeah. Anyways, I launched the new challenge on Twitch, and well, you guys already raised 2,000 points. Thanks. So, yeah, it's the Dragon Ball Super card game, the new version of the Dragon Ball card game that came out this year. There's also an online version of it, just similar to the Pokemon Train card game one. I haven't played it yet, but I will stream it if you guys raise the points because it seems like it's cool. Let's go to our non-bow, and it is so basically playing counter spells in an emote deck. If you're playing emote as your commander, I suggest you don't play counter spell, like cards like that you counter a spell in particular. Like if you play a counter spell, it's best to play the modal counter spell instead. Like or the ones that are least creatures. That's just so I've seen this one on Reddit. Someone was playing emote as their commander. Also, it's literally a non-bow that involves a snake. So yeah, I mean next week's gonna be a non-bow actually raised to modern. But well, let's talk about well. Let's see. So we go to choose counter. Think modal counter spells. Choose counter target. And let's pick blue. Alright, let's see. So if we go into only stuff that's like a modal, like counter spells are so Aver Spike, well, not really. It just gives you 2 energy, then you can pay X energy to make it so that the spell gets countered unless its control pays 1 for each energy. 1 mana for each energy. Archmage's Charm is another one. That's a modal counterspell that which allows you to either counterspell, draw, make someone draw 2 cards, or steal a 1 mana permanent. And Artistic Refusal, a 6 mana. Uh, so that actually does work. I mean, it's Convoke as well. You can choose one or both to counter spell or draw to discard one. You got what? No, no, even career, even survey. Nah, Banned Charm doesn't work in that deck. No, Bind to Secrecy. No. Oh wait, Bind to Secrecy. No, not even that. Blue Elemental Blast. I mean, it's kind of mono. I mean, you counter red spell or destroy red permanent. Same with Hydro Blast. Let's see. Not not Broker's Confluence. Not even. Not in those cards. All right. Change Equation. Not really. They're just. It's a modal counter spell, but both modes are to counter a spell. So yeah. Confiscation Coup. No, that's not even. Confounding Riddle. That actually does work. I mean, it's uh counter target spell is control pays 4, or you top 4 take 1 to hand rest of the graveyard. You also got no Cryptic Command. That's the OG. Choose 2, counter spell, bounce a permanent, tap all creatures your opponents control, and draw cards. So Decisive Denial. That actually does work. I mean, you choose either make one of your creatures fight another creature that you don't control, or you can counter non-creature spell that's control pays free. So that works. I mean, Declaration of Naught. I mean, it's an enchantment that counters a specific spell. Defabricate. Well, it's just either counter target artifact or enchantment and send it to exile, or counter target. So it's a modal counter spell. It doesn't read. But it's not. It's just two different counter spells. So no. The Mirror Charm. No, that's in the wrong colors. Disapprove the Ring. Not really. Dromar's Charm. Wrong colors. Turn in the Lodge. Wrong colors. Let's see. Urtai. Wrong colors. Let's see what else. What else? Hmm. No. I mentioned Hydroblast earlier. What is this Hullbreaker horror? What? Prime Mirelurk Queen what? Oh, it's from the Fallout. No. No. Oh! Insidious Will, that was a good one. Counter spell. Uh Counter spell, retarget a spell. Uh or copy an instant sorcery. So this kind of works if you're cascading from an instant. If you're cascading from an instant or sorcery, you clone the instant or sorcery. All right, let's see. Is it charm? Wrong colors. Darn, there are lots of modal counter spells. Oh wow, I'm surprised. Let's see. Oh my god, wait. Mystic Confluence. I was like, that's also a good one. I mean, choose free, and you may choose the same mode more than once to counter spell as control pays free, draw a card, or bounce a creature. Alright, let's see. I mean, there's Obscure Charm, wrong colors, Obscure Confluence. No, no Obscure Confluence. Alright, I mean, there was another Confluence, but that didn't work. Alright, Ultratize Command, wrong colors. Let's see. Oh, Phantom Interference. Nah, that doesn't work. I mean, it's a spree. Let's see. Quandrit's Command. Oh, Quandrit's Command does actually work. You bounce the creature Planeswalker, or counter target artifact as enchantment, or put 2+1 from counter from target creature, or target player shuffles up to 3 cards from a graveyard to enter, and it's choose 2. That kind of works. Alright, let's see, what else? There's a bunch of stuff. Oh my god. Sloongar's Command, no, wrong colors. Um, Soul Manipulation, wrong colors. I mean, choose one or both. Soul Read. Oh, that's one. Counter is control pays 4, or you draw 2 cards. No. Steal Sabotage. I mean, that works. You counter an artifact or bounce an artifact. Let's see. Sublime Epiphany. That's the one. It's 6 mana, so it cascades of it. And you can choose one or more to counter spell, counter artifact, no, counter activated or triggered ability, bounce an on-land permanent, make someone draw a card, and clone a creature you control. Supreme Will, that's a good one. Make it so counter spell unless its control pays free, or top 4, take 1 to the hand, rest to the bottom in any order. And what else? Tamer Charm, wrong colors. Fastest Intervention, it's an edge spell. I mean, and it does work. Let's see. 3 steps ahead, it's spree, no. Alright. Urza's Rebuff, that works. Counter spell or tap 2 creatures. Very Cryptic Command, well, it's silver board, so that doesn't count. Well, you find evidence there. Either counter spell or draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. That works. But let's go into our number 10. And we got Archers of Karsi, a 4 mana 5/2 Naga art. Oh, sorry, Snake Archer with Defender and Reach. So yeah, basically, in case if you didn't know, if you haven't been watching since the start of the podcast, Nagas and Viashinos are no longer creature types. Now it's snakes and lizards. Viashinos being lizards and Naga being snakes. So yeah, Archers of Karsi are now snakes, and obviously fits into the number 10 worst because look at this, a 4 mana 5/2 with Defender. I mean, at least has reach though, but what the hell you do with a 5/2 of Defender? First of all, it will very likely die its first block, and second of all, you can't even attack with it. Like, bro, it's a friggin' 5/2. How is it Defender? Like, them soul tie. I don't know. Why are you gonna be like this? 4 mana, and plus it's 4 mana. Like, for 4 mana, you can get 5/2s. I mean, vanilla 5/2s. I mean, issue is they don't have reach, but still, they don't have defender. I mean, yes, can block flyers, but it can't attack. Like, what is this, bruh? Anyways, yeah, we got Archers of Karsi at our number 10 worst. Now we got some that's, I mean, it's bad, but it's still almost strictly better than one that's on the same list. So let's go into our number 9. And we got Coiled Tin Viper. Bruh. It's a free mana 2/1 artifact creature snake with first strike. Yes! A free mana 2/1 with first strike. Okay, so this so the standards of creatures are like, oh my god, what is this? So we got free and 2 mana 2/2s with double strike. Like, In there, this is a free mana of 2/1 first strike, and plus it's an artifact. I mean, it's an artifact. Works both ways. It can get an artifact removal, or I mean, but you could also use it as an artifact. But still, they're so much better than friggin' Coil Tin Viper. Like, what is this? Like, oh my god, Coil Tin Viper. It's from Tempest block. So I mean, it's friggin' yeah, Tempest. Like, oh my god, it's so bad. Like, look, I mean, like yeah, it was just like let's take like friggin' White Knight, a 2 mana 2/2 human knight with first strike protection from black is better than this. Black Knight as well, 2 mana 2/2 protection from white and first strike. Elvish Archers, a 2 mana 2/1 with first strike. Fo what the hell? All right, and oh my god, there's even land leeches, 3 mana 2/2 first strike, and like so yeah, it's just bad. Like oh my god, like Quotin vibe at least is slightly better than Viashino Spear Hunter, which I mean would be classified as one of the worst lizards because what 3 mana 2/1 with first strike as well, but it's red. I mean, and I mean there's also Porcelain Legionnaire, 2 and a Phyrexian white 3/1 artifact feature soldier with first strike. Like oh my god, that card's just bad. Like even cards older than Coil Tin Viper were much better. Like at least people actually played like White Knight or Black Knight. And if we're talking about, don't forget, um, wait, hold on, let me just check. Let's talk about Fireton Crusader, Mirren Crusader, and then there's just so many. Like, oh my god, like if we just like, I'd say even there's, but yeah, just seriously, Coil Tin Viper. Like, who even would play this? Anyway, let's go to our number 8. And we got somehow even worse. We got Hornet Cobra, a 3 mana 2/1 snake with first strike. Except it's 1 and 2 greens. Like I literally talked about Code Tin Viper recently, and this one's just even worse because you need 2 greens. Code Tin Viper you can play with any colors, but this needs 2 greens. Like for 3 mana, like it's just obvious. Like bruh, Hornet Cobra is just bad. Okay, it's not even that good. So yeah, no, I don't think I need explanation for Horned Cobra. You see, it's just bad. At least the art is cool though, but nah. Let's go to our number 7. We got an interesting one. It's just vanilla, but yeah. We got Naya Eternal, a 3 mana 3/2 zombie snake. That's just it. Nothing else. Like it's. I mean, now Wizards have stopped making bad cards like this one. Like cards with vanilla cards with below average power and toughness, but this one just, I mean, this was War of the Spark, and they made like a 3 mana 3/2 with nothing. Like, oh my god, it's just, it's just bad. Like, wow, just nothing else. It's just a vanilla. I mean, at least it's better than some of the other ones, but Among other snakes, nah, this one's bad. I mean, I don't know if better or than these ones, but I mean, they don't even. This one doesn't even have a keyword. Like it's just vanilla. This one, these ones at least have first strike. But well, I mean, you could swap Naga Eternal with Hornet Cobra, but I'd say Quoten Viper is still better than Naga Eternal. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to our number 6. Here we go. Python. Somehow worse than Naga Eternal. A free mana, free 2 snake. That's it. It's vanilla. Yeah. Except harder to cast. Since you need, what, the 2 colors. Like, for free mana, you get even better stuff. Like, wow. Hey, oh my god. Python, it's just nothing. Let's go to our number 5, which, I mean, some of you wouldn't see it as something that bad, but I mean, it's still, you gotta be honest, it's too conditional, too, like, niche. I mean, if you could build a commander deck around it, I mean, I'd applaud you for it, but it's just bad. Let's go to our number 5. And we got Shisato, Whispering Hunter, a 4 mana 2/2 legendary snake warrior. With at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a snake. So eventually you gotta sacrifice Shisato. And then when it hits a player, that player has to skip their untap step. Look at this! No evasion whatsoever. 4 mana 2/2. And you gotta sacrifice a snake every turn. So you have to keep on swallowing up snakes. So Ophiomancer won't work because Shisato himself is a snake. And then eventually, you have to sacrifice Shisato because you run out of snakes. And, well, I mean, if you manage to connect with Shisato, they hit the opponent, well, yes, they're forced to skip their untap step. But how are you gonna hit the opponent? You need cards for this to work. You need first of all you need snakes to feed the Shisato, and then you need stuff that, well, give it flying, unblockable, fear, menace, trample. But trample, it's literally 2/2. Like, you have to build. If you're gonna use this card, you have to build around it. It's just, like, oh my god. Like, what can you do in the mono green if you're playing this as your commander? Still, I mean, the only reason in which this could be viable is as a commander. But that's just it. It's just not good, okay? It's just like there's many better commanders you can play instead of Chisato. Just play friggin' Chishiro or something. I don't know. So yeah, Chisato number 5. Not even that good to be honest. I mean, it's too niche. That's my honest thoughts on this card. Let's go to our number 4. And we got Sultai Skullkeeper, a 2 mana 2/1 Snake Shaman with when it ETBs, mill 2. So it's a 2 mana 2/1 that makes you mill 2 when it ETBs. Sometimes you like the mill. I mean, sometimes no. I mean, you're gonna this. So this could be a. And usually it's a bad thing to get milled, but depending on the deck, being milled is a good thing. But if you're gonna play a deck which relies on self-mill. Like, oh my god, so much better than bringing this card. You got Stitcher Supplier, a 1 mana 1/1 with when ETBs or dies, mill free. But if you're talking about other cards, let's go into let's talk about Screeching Scab, a 2 mana 2/1 zombie with when it ETBs, mill 2. As much as I like snakes, I'd say Screeching Scab is slightly better than Sultai Skullkeeper. since it's a zombie instead of being a snake. But I mean, there's other stuff. There's Halo charge cap, 5 mana, 4/4 and ETBs. Each player mills 2, then you may bring back an instant sorcery or bow from your graveyard to top. So it mills 2 and then you can unmill card if you want. So what else? Hmm. Let's see. I don't know what else, but there's just so much better than Sultai Goalkeeper. Like honestly, it's not even that good to be honest. Like like as a snake, it's not really good. As a zombie, it's decent. As a snake, nah. Let's go to our number 3. It is Glass Asp, a free mana 2/1 snake. With when it hits a player, that player loses 2 life in their draw stat unless they pay 2 mana before it. Like, bruh. So basically, it's a free mana 2/1, and also at the same time, even like when it's a free mana 2/1 that when it hits someone, it doesn't even have first strike. It's literally worse than friggin' Hornet Cobra. This one is free mana 2/1 first strike. This one, it's a free mana 2/1 that if it hits the opponent, they lose an extra 2 life unless they pay mana. So they can pay mana to stop that. But if they don't, I mean, it's, yeah, 4 damage. But you can get so much better than Glass Asp. Like, there's even free mana 4/2. Like, you got, um, wait. Let's just talk about, let me just see. Forgot the name of it. Steeple Creeper, a free mana 4/2 frog snake with 4 mana, gains flying until end of turn. So, yeah, this one's much better than Glass Asp. So, yeah. Oh my god, that was just so bad. Let's go to our number 2, and we got Zombie Boa, a 5 mana free zombie snake with for 2 mana you can choose a color. And this turn, whenever Zombie Boa gets blocked by a creature of that color, destroy it. But only at sorcery speed. Like, oh my god, are you freaking like? You just do this, and well, the opponent can just see it coming. Like, oh my god, just they you pay the 2 mana, like you pay the 2 mana, name a color, and then they're like, okay, and then they'll just block it with something else, or not even block it at a, like, it's, or I mean, they jump block it with a creature that was gonna die anyways. So yeah, like it's not even. I mean, and then it's like with indestructible, it can't be destroyed, but it won't work. So I mean, zombie boa is not even that good. Like honestly, if it was like if it actually made the creature unblockable, like would have been I'd say slightly better. First of all, you have to pay the 2 mana and at sorcery speed. So it's just again, it's just too niche. I mean, like they might as well just have slapped that ability on Shisato. Like for all I care, they could have slapped that ability on Shisato, and that would have been a much better card. But friggin' zombie boa, are you like like? Oh my god, grotesque hybrid is much better than this, and yeah, it's just So yeah, like the only the only way this works is if you just lure and painter servant. That's just it. It's other than that, it's just not even that good. Like there's so much better than this. Like there's cards that literally destroy a creature when it's blocked or being blocked by. Like so when it's blocked or blocking something. So yeah, honestly, zombie boa is just too conditional. Right? Yeah. Let's go to our number one, which some of you may not see as that bad, but it's just like, oh my god. Serpent Warrior. A free mana, free snake warrior with an ETBs. You lose 3 life. I mean, it's not even that hard to cast, but and it's well free mana, free. But you lose 3 life on the ETBs. So that already puts you at a disadvantage. So if you want to actually get the use of this card back, I mean, you gotta hit twice with the Serpent Warrior, or at least I mean stop damage that's like greater than 3. Like Naga Eternal is a free mana free two that does nothing, but this one's a free mana free that makes you lose 3 life ATVs. I mean even Python, a free mana free two, is much better. Like which that's slightly harder to cast. It's much better than Serpent Warrior. The only way, I mean, for free mana free you can get so much better. Like I'd say this is the worst snake, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I mean, snake. We got snakes and naga, which naga are not snakes, but there's serpents as well. Serpents are not snakes. That's the issue. If you go into one of my earlier podcasts, I said the worst card in the game uh was sea serpent. Sea serpent and bog serpent as well. Bog serpent the the worst serpent was the worst card in the game in one of my earlier podcasts. Which was a 6 mana 5/5 serpent with can't attack unless the defending player controls a swamp, and when you control no swamp, sacrifice it. So yeah, it was just. But anyways, congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. Why don't you like and subscribe and follow if you enjoyed? Share friends, stay tuned for videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday, 4:30 GMT. So stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.